Hello, welcome back to my podcast. I'm your host, Justina, and in today's episode, we will talk about walking away. Not in anger, not in drama, not to prove a point, but with dignity. Walking away is one of the hardest things we ever do. It asks us to choose self respect over attachment, peace over chaos, truth over comfort. So, wherever you are right now, I invite you to take deep breath in and slowly let it go. And let's begin. So, walking away doesn't mean you didn't care, it doesn't mean you failed, and it doesn't mean you gave up too soon. Walking away means you listened to your body, your emotions, and your values. It means you recognize that staying was costing you your peace, your energy, or your sense of self. Sometimes the bravest thing to do is leave quietly. And that's exactly what I did last year. I had to leave place that I felt like it didn't really align with me, and that place made me feel extremely stressed, and I didn't feel well when I was in that place, and I could really see the difference in my body and my mind when I finally decided to walk away and sort of leave everything behind, because I knew that it wasn't right for me and that there's something better waiting for me, and it really made a big difference in my mental health and my overall well-being. I really recommend doing the same thing if you're in a place where you feel like you don't belong to. Just listen to your body and do what's best for you. So, we often stay longer than we should because of hope, guilt, fear of being alone, fear of starting it over, emotional attachment, loyalty to the past. We tell ourselves maybe it will change. I've already invested so much. I don't want to hurt anyone. But staying somewhere that diminishes you slowly teaches you to abandon yourself. That is a pain deeper than loss. Living in anger is reactive. Living with dignity is intentional. Anger wants the last word. Dignity chooses peace. Anger seeks validation. Dignity trusts inner clarity. Walking away with dignity means no need to prove, no need to punish, no need to convince, no need to explain yourself repeatedly. It's not about silence, it's about self respect. So sometimes your intuition whispers before it screams. Signs it might be time. You'll feel smaller around them. Your boundaries are repeatedly crossed. You're always explaining your worth. You'll feel anxious, drained, or on the edge. And that's exactly how I felt. You're no longer being met with respect. You're staying out of fear, not love. If staying requires you to betray yourself, not loyalty, it's a self abandonment. So, here are some steps how to walk away with dignity. So, the first step is to be clear with yourself first. Clarity comes before closure. Know why you're leaving, not to justify it to others, but to stand firmly in your truth. Release the need to be understood. Not everyone will understand your decision, and that's okay. Your healing does not require consensus. The third step is to set firm, calm boundaries. Dignity speaks softly but clearly. You don't need long explanations. A simple, honest boundary is enough. The fourth step is don't rewrite the story in anger. So you don't need to villainize what once mattered. Honor that chapter without staying stuck in it. And the fifth step is to walk away without burning yourself. So you can leave without destroying, you can end without bitterness, you can choose peace over revenge. Dignity is choosing who you become next. Even when walking away is the right choice, it can still hurt. Grief doesn't mean regret, it means you cared. Let yourself feel sadness, relief, confusion, freedom. All emotions are welcome here. Healing is not about erasing the past, it's about integrating it. Walking away creates space to breathe, space to remember who you are, space to rebuild. And this is where you reconnect with your values, strengthen boundaries, choose yourself daily, and learn to trust again. You didn't lose yourself, you found your way back. Walking away with dignity is an act of deep self respect. It's choosing peace over proving, truth over attachment, self love over fear. And if you're in the middle of this right now, know this: you are not weak for leaving, you are brave for honoring yourself. And as per usual, I have few journal questions for you to write down and answer them whenever you have time. And just remember to answer them honestly. They're just for yourself, you don't need to share them with anyone. So, the first question is: what part of me is asking to be respected? What am I afraid of losing? And what might I gain? And how can I support myself through this transformation? Remember, they're just for yourself. You don't need to share your answers with anyone. And I, of course, have action steps for you for this week. And the first one is to practice stating one boundary calmly and clearly. The second one is to to let go of the need to explain your decision. I, of course, have an affirmation for you to write down, and that's: I choose myself with clarity, calm, and dignity. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want you to remember this: walking away doesn't make you cold, it makes you conscious. You are allowed to leave what hurts you, you are allowed to choose peace, and you are allowed to do it without guilt. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. Thank you for choosing growth, honesty, and self respect. If this episode resonated with you, feel free to follow the podcast or share it with someone who might need it right now. And remember, you can always find me on my Instagram at positive.mindset.adventures. Until next time, take a deep breath and stand tall in your truth. And remember, walking away with dignity is still walking toward yourself. Thank you, see you, and bye.